What's up? This is Adam here with Adam's Coast Chronicles. I am here at Kings Island. Looking forward to a great day here at one of my favorite Cedar Fair Parks. And of course we have the grand entrance with the Eiffel Tower and the fountains that you also find at the sister park, Kings Dominion. And it's a beautiful day. Let's go have some fun. Fountains are running really well here today. Got this whole Main Street area. Got a Starbucks over there. Got a Cinnabon, some pizza, and all that good stuff. You gotta love these old Paramount Park entrances. It's great. If you come in and stay to the right and go that way, it takes you to the kids area, which Kings Island is known for their great kids area. And if you kind of go to the left over here, it'll take you to sort of the Coney Island Mall area and the area over by Banshee and all that good stuff. And if you kind of walk straight back, staying sort of to the right, that's how you get to Diamondback, the Beast, and Vortex, and all that good stuff. Which is actually the direction I'm going to head now. And to get into the right, you can enter Planet Snoopy from over there. Here's the Eiffel Tower, some perspective. And over there you can see Diamondback. So you can kind of get to it around through Planet Snoopy. Or just walking around the Eiffel Tower and going through sort of the center of the park. Which is what I'm doing. I'm going to head and go back to the Beast. Since the Kings Island app actually has wait times, which is great, just like the Cedar Point app does. And right now the Beast is at 0 minutes, so I'm going to do that. Diamondback, I think, is also at 0 minutes. So I think I'm going to kind of work from the back to the front of the park, which seems to be a logical way to do it. Kind of hit all these rides on this side, then come around to Banshee and do everything on that side. So hopefully that works out for me. I'll definitely monitor what the app says, because I think it'll help me out a little bit today. Hopefully it shouldn't be too bad. It's a Wednesday. I believe it's June 1st. So still early season on a Wednesday. Can't imagine that I would have too many problems. So here we have the beautiful flower clock. To the left is the Coney Island area. And to the right is Diamondback. Here we can get a great shot of Diamondback. With, of course, the splash down here. And there it goes. It's one of my favorite hypers. Looking forward to getting back on it. Up here we have the Vortex. Just kind of hidden behind these trees. It's their old aero looping coaster, giant aero looping coaster. It's pretty rough, but I'm going to give it another chance later today. So over here at Forks by Vortex, stay to the right. Takes you on around this way to where you can get on the Beast. And on around to the other side for Diamondback, which looks like it actually has a pretty big line, so the app is a liar. But we'll see. Hopefully it won't be too bad today. Looks like there's already kind of a lot of people here, so we'll see how it goes. Kings Island, of course, is famous for the Beast, which is its custom in-house wooden roller coaster that held the title for a very, very long time as the longest wooden roller coaster in the world. It's also the tallest and fastest when it's built. At this point, a lot of those records have been broken, but it's still a great ride. Forward to getting back on it. I just got off the Beast. This is about the best view you can get of it. It's hard to get a good view of it because It's really kind of hidden back in the woods, which is one of the things that makes this ride awesome. I still love the Beast. It's definitely not the most intense wooden coaster anymore, mainly just because everything's trimmed on it, which is really annoying. The trims really kind of kill parts of the ride. There's a lot of it that it's kind of just like a steady slope downhill. You'll start getting going really fast, and then it will trim you. But it's still a really great ride. Can't wait to ride it at night. And I still think that the bottom of the double helix inside the tunnel is one of the best moments on any wooden coaster. You're just flying through there, super forceful. It's a great ride. So coming from the Beast, you can walk under Diamondback, which takes you over here. Got Potato Works, get some fries and stuff. Got funnel cakes, another food stand. Got Coke Freestyle. And this takes you on around to Diamondback. So here you got Red's Hall of Fame Grill, which is like a sit-down sports bar kind of restaurant in the park. And across from that, you have the new infamous sign and fence. Caution, watch for falling trees. And you got a big old space cleared out behind it. Lots of speculation as to what's going here. It would make sense for them to get a Giga next year, but it doesn't. This spot doesn't really make sense for it. I don't know what they're gonna get. Maybe one of those like Skyhawk flat ride things that Canada's Wonderland has. Maybe like a GCI Woody that goes through the woods, which could make sense considering the watch for falling trees sign and how much Kings Island loves its wooden coasters. I don't really know, but only time will tell. And coming around the corner from Red's Hall of Fame Grill, you get to the entrance of Diamondback, which is this hypercoaster here, B&M hypercoaster, which is what I'm about to do in a second. And over there is Planet Snoopy. We'll just get off Diamondback, which is this B&M hypercoaster with the staggered seating, which I like, and the splashdown. And it's a really good ride. Tons and tons of nice floater airtime, prolonged floater airtime. Definitely one of the better hypers in my opinion. It's getting a little bit rattly, but really not too bad. It's definitely a great ride here at Kings Island. One of the things Kings Island is known for is their kids area. They have won the golden ticket for best kids area. And back here they actually have a couple little family coasters. Go check those out. And over here at Planet Snoopy they have the Flying Ace Aerial Chase, which is a little family suspended coaster. It's kind of fun. Nothing too intense or anything like that. We also have some flyers and Surf Dog in the background. And over here they have the Log Flume, which is themed Charlie Brown. Theming looks nice. But what's notable about it is that it's over here by the Watch for Falling Trees sign. And so there are rumors that it may be coming out to make room for whatever they're putting there, especially if it's like a big roller coaster. But don't know that for sure yet. And towards the back of the kids area, you have the Woodstock Express, which is a family wooden coaster. More of a kid-sized wood coaster, but it's still a fun ride for your kids and that you can enjoy with them as well. And coming through the kids area from Diamondback takes you back to the front of the park where we were earlier. And right near the entrance of it is Boo Blasters on Boo Hill, which is their Sally Shooting Dark ride, where you shoot the targets. It used to be themed to Scooby-Doo, but now it's just generic Boo Blasters. Fun ride though. So from the entrance of the park, you go left. You got a Skyline Chili, a Starbucks, some portraits, Auntie Anne's pretzels, and the Emporium, which is like one of their general Kings Island merchandise stores. And if you go to the left, it takes you over here to the Fest House and the area over here with Banshee and the Bat and all that good stuff. The Fest House is a large food court kind of area that has a stage with like live entertainment and stuff like that. It's a nice place to eat here. We got a swinging ship ride over here on the water. And behind us we can see the Banshee. And back over here we have Delirium, which is their giant frisbee ride. It appears to be down today. Around the corner over there we have Invertigo, which is an inverted boomerang. And in the backdrop we have, of course, Banshee, which is the big new B&M invert that opened a couple years ago in 2014. When you come back here left from the entrance of the park and stay to the left, you have a Chicken Shack, which is, of course, a chicken place. I'm curious to know whether or not it's the same as the food at Cedar Point. I might actually eat there in a little bit. And back here you have a shoot-the-shoots ride. The everybody get in the boat, go up the hill, go down the hill, get soaked, get off the boat ride. And if you stay all the way to the left, walk all the way back, of course you get to Invertigo, which is a inverted boomerang ride with face-to-face seating. These rides are okay. They're not my favorite. I'm not a huge fan of boomerangs, but these are the best kind of boomerangs because they're the smoothest. If you sit, go in the station and go to the right and sit in the back row that's facing outwards. So it's like the front row where you go up first hill forwards. That's usually the best seat on these rides. You can get a pretty smooth ride with that seat. I'll probably skip today because the line's long. And I've done it before. Don't really need to do it. But it's back here. If you walk straight back, once you get over here, you get to the drop zone, or the drop tower. It's actually just called Drop Tower. And this is actually one of the taller ones. I believe it's about 300 feet or so. Or not quite 300 feet, I'm not really sure. But the nice thing about this one is the whole thing actually rotates while you're going up, so you get some pretty good views. And over here got the Coaster Connection, which is, of course, just another gift shop with some coaster themed merchandise. And coming around the bend, you get to, of course, Banshee, which is this big, beautiful, awesome inverted coaster, which at the moment is actually down. I don't know what's going on. Hopefully they get it back up, because this is my favorite invert and one of my favorite rides here at Kings Island. So I'll get you my review of it later if I get a chance to get on it today. And all the way at the back, past Banshee, is of course the Bat, which is an aero suspended coaster. It's actually my favorite of the aero suspended coasters that I've been on, at least. It's kind of tucked back in here in the woods. Try to get a good shot of it here in a second, so get around the corner. And here you can get a much better view of the Bat. There it goes right there. It's a pretty awesome aero suspended coaster. I just got off the Bat. And it's super fun. Definitely feels a lot faster than a lot of the other aero suspended coasters. It definitely has a lot more swinging cars swing a whole lot around all the turns. It's got a lot of fast transitions from turn to turn, and it's actually got quite intense helix at the end. So definitely a really great ride here, and I'm glad that it's still around, since it's definitely one of the better aero suspended coasters, and there aren't a whole lot of them left. So definitely a ride you need to check out here at Kings Island. They just started running trains around on Banshee. It's the first one I've seen run today, so that's a good sign. It'll be back up soon. So Frontier Inn at Cedar Point is to Chick-fil-A, as Chicken Shack at Kings Island is to Raising Cane's. It's very much like they're trying to imitate Raising Cane's here. Even down to the sauce, they have a sauce that's very much like cane sauce, which is good. So I just think it's funny that Cedar Fair has, like, I guess this team of food investigators trying to crack down the code of how these fast food chicken places make their chicken, but they're doing a pretty good job. It was good. Maybe even a little bit better than the one at Cedar Point. I like the sauce. Let's see if I can wait around here a little bit, see if they get Banshee back up. Coming around the Fest House, if you go right at this fork here, left takes you to Banshee and all that other good stuff. Go right. It takes you over towards the Coney Mall area. And also right by Adventure Express, which is their mine train ride, known for being one of the better mine train rides with some good theming. And we'll check it out. And over here we have a beer garden, which is always nice, and the entrance to Adventure Express. I just got off the Adventure Express, which is a mine train coaster here. It's definitely one of the best mine trains. It's got some really great theming. It's actually pretty quick, a little bumpy, which is to be expected, but definitely one of the best, if not the best, mine train coasters. It's definitely a ride to check out here. And Banshee's still going around. Looks like it may get opened up again soon. We got one guy on it now. Testing it out. Should be opening up pretty soon.
It's not running. It's not running? They're testing it out. There's a kid on it. Hey! I was going to sit over there and you can hear
got off the Banshee. They finally got it back open. I was on the first train after they opened it. I went and rode Adventure Express when I saw them doing test runs. Came back, waited about 5 minutes, then got on the first train out, and went ahead and went back around and rode it again before the line got long. And what can I say? This is such a great ride. Definitely my favorite invert. Super smooth. All the elements are really nice and forceful, but at the same time it's re-rideable. It uses the terrain really well. It's got the awesome Banshee scream. Just a great, great ride. Planning on coming to check it out at night, because they light up this area real well and have the fog and everything. But Banshee definitely a ride you absolutely have to do here at Kings Island. So coming from Adventure Express, you got Hank's Burrito Shack, Coke Freestyle. And it brings you back over there to the front of the park. next to the Eiffel Tower. So the park really is kind of like a hub with different pods to it. It's fairly easy to navigate, but it actually is like a pretty big park. I forgot about how big this park is. So you do have to walk a ways to get to some stuff, but it's a very nicely landscaped park and it's clean. So it's a nice park to walk through. Over here we have the Coney Island Mall, which pays tribute to the park this park originally came from. And here we got a bunch of shops and food and stuff. And Kings Island Classic, the Racer. We just got off the Racer, which of course is a racing roller coaster. It's a classic here at Kings Island. Basically just an out and back. It was pretty fun, super fun. Both sides are about the same in terms of the way that they ride. It is a little bit rough, a little bit of bouncing around, but still a good classic Woody. So on the Speedway we got Attitudes, which is the Cedar Fair Hot Topic, cool teenager kind of store, which I've always thought is out of place. We got some Midway games. We have a Monster Ride. We got a Scrambler. So kind of your classic Midway and classic Midway rides. They do have Subway here, which is good if you want to eat fresh. And more Midway games. Another Kings Island staple is Skyline Chili. There's this one here. I also saw one at the front of the park. I've actually never had it. I might try it today. But it's a Cincinnati thing. I've heard it's pretty good. And of course, more Midway games. Some shameless advertisements for Chevy, I guess. And there you can see the top of the Racer. We've got some bumper cars. And actually like a circular building, which is kind of cool, instead of like a rectangular one. Over there we have a wave swinger. Behind your, guess the age and the weight Midway game. Over there on the right, you can see this Backlot Stunt coaster in the background. We'll check that out a little bit later. Got your classic wave swinger ride. And over here is the entrance to the X Base, which is where you will find Flight of Fear and Firehawk. And back here in the X Base, after you pass under the Racer, you will find Flight of Fear, which is an indoor premier launch coaster, and Firehawk, which is a Vekoma Flying Dutchman model. And that's pretty much all that's back here. Alright, I just got a Flight of Fear, which is a Premier Rides launch spaghetti roller coaster in a box. And it's just like the rest of them, the other Flight of Fear at King's Dominion, and the Joker's Jinx, and the Poltergeist. Same rides. Indoor ones have brakes, the outdoor ones don't. The outdoor ones are a little bit better. It's a fun ride overall, but it gets pretty long wait. So yeah, not bad. Just got a Firehawk, which is a Vekoma Flying Dutchman model. I've been on the 3 in the US, this one, the one at Carowinds, and Batwing at Six Flags America. And I like this one the best. I think this one rides the smoothest. The other ones are actually pretty rattly, but this one's actually not too bad. They're definitely super intense rides. They're definitely not as comfortable as being on flying coasters, but they're pretty good rides. Again, this is another one that gets a really long line. So probably better to hit it early in the day. I didn't actually have any trouble now, but just monitor it. So from the X base, across from the X base, there's another path right there to go back towards the Eiffel Tower in the front of the park. I believe you can also get to Backlot Stunt Coaster that way. And, you know, of course, you got your basketball game. In the background, you have a WindSeeker. Go all the way back here, it will take you to Vortex. And here we have a great view of Vortex, which is Kings Island's classic giant custom aero looping coaster, which when it was built had the most versions of any coaster in the world. And I think it was like the tallest and fastest and all that stuff, not 100% sure. But I know it was a record-breaking ride when it was built. And in front of it you have the Shake, Rattle, and Roll, which is the Troika ride. And over here on down the midway is the entrance for Vortex. Alongside the WindSeeker. And over here next to the Vortex station you have the entrance to WindSeeker, which of course is the giant swing tower ride. And the entrance to Dinosaurs Alive, which is an upcharge animatronic dinosaur attraction, walkthrough attraction. And I believe this is the first one. I just got off the Vortex, which is a giant aero looper, classic right here at Kings Island. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a fan of this ride. It's super rough, and if you've never ridden it before, you're gonna really hurt yourself and hit your neck or your jaw or your ear, whatever it is that lines up with the restraint. On the restraint, since I was prepared for it, I was able to brace myself. It definitely wasn't as bad this time because of that, but it's still pretty bad. As always with aero loopers, the best part's the corkscrews. It's the only part they were able to get right. They're the only part where you don't bang your head. So definitely a ride you should check out, you know, because it's a classic ride, but don't get your hopes up. Still pretty painful. Coming from the Coney Island Midway area, over by Vortex and WindSeeker, if you take a right by the Troika ride in the Vortex, it brings you down this path, which goes all the way that way to link you to where the Beast is, the Diamondback, where we were earlier, and to the entrance of the Backlot Stunt Coaster, which is this family launch coaster right here. It's actually themed pretty well. It used to be themed to the Italian Job, but now it's just a generic Backlot Stunt Coaster. It looks like their effects are working, like the fire and everything. Let's check it out. Alright, I just got off the Backlot Stunt Coaster, which is a Premier Rides family launch coaster, with some nice theming elements and everything. Used to be, was originally themed to the Italian Job. There's a nice theme with some fire and a helicopter and stuff like that. And it's a pretty fun ride. Lots of tight turns and hills and everything like that. And a dark portion. So these are pretty fun rides. These also get long lines on them. So try to do them when they're short. But definitely a ride to check out here. So if you turn off in Midway, around bumper cars, takes you right by Backlot Stunt Coaster and onto the front of the park, to the main Eiffel Tower hub area. Back by Vortex, you can go back around to the Beast in the back of the park where we were earlier. So again, you know, it's pretty logical park layout. Definitely a nice park. It is really spread out, but it's well landscaped, so I don't really mind it so much here as I do at like a Six Flags park or anything like that. And from the Eiffel Tower, you can go right back to the front of the park with the fountains and the shops and everything. Back here behind the Eiffel Tower is their carousel, which looks pretty nice. It's a nice carousel house as well. Alright, and that about does it for this tour and review video of Kings Island 2016. If you like this video, please be sure to click the like button below and subscribe for more theme park tour and reviews. Until next time, I'm Adam with Adam's Coast Chronicles, and I will see you later. In line for the Beast at Night. And I can see the fireworks. I'm going to shut down for the fireworks, which means it's going to be super dark when I get on it. It's going to be awesome.
It would be really good for a picture.